Joe, we in it, man. We in it. The portal has arrived, my brother. All about the you, but man, some of these guys
All
gone,
about that
fam. So
portal.
all about that portal. Some of these guys gone. It's shocking, bro. But let's get into
Yeah,
these. Let's get into this intro and talk all portal.
let's talk about it.
Welcome to the You Heard Podcast.
I'm hurt, dog.
Ben and Joe break down all things Miami Hurricanes football.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
From hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
You heard.
I put my heart in this dog.
Hey, man, you already know what it is, man. That portal is going wild. Joe, what? Before we get into all the players and the whole nine, fam, what was your first vibe and feeling about December 5th, 2022, when that portal opened up, bro?
Man, free agency, man. It's free agents time, man. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
3 years, 2 million. You know what I mean? You offering cats contracts out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Now
You
the
know?
thing, Joe, let me ask you. The thing that I'm confused about, right? I thought it was you could only enter the portal one time and play right away, but if you did it again, you had to wait that year how it used to be.
Yeah.
Cats are transferring after one season being somewhere else and transferring again, jumping right back in.
Who are you referring to? Somebody specifically?
No, I'm saying Daryl Jackson is a special
Yeah.
case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put him in that boat. You know what I mean? Family first. That's my vibe forever. But there's other players like who is it? Keaton Slovis, right? From Pitt.
Right.
He transferred out of USC when Caleb Williams jumped on, and
Yeah.
now he's transferring again from Pitt. Keaton
So I
Slovis ain't
think,
going nowhere.
yeah, I think there's a lot of special circumstances that come with that. You know what I mean? So it may be that I think the first time he transferred, didn't his coach leave or something?
Yeah,
So
that's when Clay
I
Helton
think
left.
that's a
Yeah.
free, you know what I mean? I think that's like a free transfer. You know what I mean? If your position coach leaves or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, you can leave. And I wonder if he graduated. Maybe he graduated. Who knows?
It
But
might be a grad transfer. Okay.
yeah, I think there's just certain, I think when they do it, they know that they got a special circumstance happening. You know what I mean?
Got you.
And they'll probably most likely get that waiver.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
think no one is silly enough to just do it and know they have to sit out for a year. You know what I mean?
man, you want to know an underlying one that kind of hurts me? Mark Pope. Seeing him again in the transfer portal. Man, he was a
Yeah.
5-star coming out of high school, man, and just
And what's
for
ill
this.
is people, they talk about, you see, people tagging me, man. You see what's going on, Mark Pope, man. When they go other places, there's always examples, man. There's an example of Lawrence Cager.
Yep.
Lawrence Cager left, went
Yep.
to Georgia and got
Yep.
busy.
Yeah.
And he in the
He plays
league
tight
now.
end in the league now.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's examples both ways. You can always point to something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, the people who do that are just nitpicking to trying to prove their point. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
yeah. We all,
there's
we all
no.
do it.
I mean, that's what we talked about it last week, right? Like, there's no. I don't hold any ill will, or I'm never gonna snap or seem to shit on any of these kids leaving. These young
Yeah,
men, because they in their early 20s now, so they leaving for business reasons or family reasons or whatever. So that's on them. Coaches leave
yeah,
all the time, right? Like that's what
yeah.
like coaches leave all the time. Now, these kids might find a better situation and put themselves in the league. But the
And they
amount,
being asked, some are being asked to leave. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So
I think we're at that point now.
yeah,
Now, all right, let's get into it, man. You wearing the shirt? This was a big one. This hurt you. I know it.
hurt man,
Um,
it hurt man, Rooster man,
hey,
it's
I
my
think
guy man.
I the reason that I don't mean to hurt you even more, but I think he was one of those guys that was asked to leave.
I mean, you know, I understand the early season, disappointment, right? He
Right, the
was
fumbles.
apparently he wasn't healthy like
Yeah.
everybody thought. The fumbles, maybe initially he didn't buy in, but there was a point, I can't remember which game, but he started to show Rooster like abilities, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When they put him in there and he was forced to play, he started looking good out there. So I don't know, man. Hopefully, running back is a room and a position that I'm not too worried about, to keep
Yep.
it a
Yep.
buck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not too worried about that, man. You can get running backs in there, you know. But I just, Rooster's electric, man. I think wherever he goes, he's gonna get busy. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's look, man. Like, let's just purely talk on the field, right? Like, never anything else. He had a 4 game suspension last year with Manny Diaz. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? This year started out the first couple games. I think the first 4 games hurt, comes
yeah,
back, fumbles like that, and we talk about it, right? Like, that can affect your mental health and your and your play on the field. Like, when you're
sure,
just not getting right, something's hurting, something's wrong. You just need a fresh start, and I think he's a young man that needs a fresh start. I think maybe there was a conversation with his position coach or the head coach
sure,
on the phone or in person. Like, look, man, like, we're looking for this kind of back. You don't quite fit our body type for whatever reason. You know what I mean? They kind of for me it would have been Henry Parrish on the way out. You know what I mean? Because Roosters got more speed, more getaway speed. But they looked at it like they can't. You know what I mean? Like, Henry Parrish came with the position coach, so you know what I mean. There's an alliance there. Purely speculation. Like, we don't know. We don't know what those
right.
conversations were had, but I think he was just the odd man out size wise. You know what I mean? With Citizen probably starting next year, Don Chaney hopefully staying healthy, getting a couple
So
games.
why? I mean, you think Don Chaney stays? Because I don't see a
I thought Don
scenario in which he stays. I don't.
I thought Don Chaney would have been before Rooster, if we're
Yeah,
being quite honest. You know what I mean? Like, again,
yeah.
he's another guy hurt, just coming. But the thing is, the reason why Chaney I think can't leave is because he was hurt last year, right? Like,
I'm sure he can get. I'm sure he can. He can
yeah,
get
but
some.
I mean, we got to think about, like, what these kids and these young men want, right? Like, do they just want playing time? Colorado will take you right now. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like, Dion went to the. I don't know if you saw the press conference and the time when he talked to the players, he's
So,
like, there he goes,
so
y'all can jump in the portal right now because the men are
yeah,
coming. I was
yeah.
like, God, that's
I
the
got luggage
business.
and it's Louis. I got
Oh,
luggage and it's Louis.
hey, listen, Dion is a battle rapper, just never battled, and he's a man of God. Like, he was dropping bars in that.
Yes,
That
he
press conference is
was,
like, can't nobody tell me God don't have me. I'm like, all right, you preaching, you rapping, you doing everything, Dion.
yeah, buddy. He
But
was
look, man,
talking to them boys.
I think that I liked it because he's so transparent with his business. Right?
Hmm.
He told him, and the thing is, that's probably the same conversation Mario had.
Hmm.
Probably had 2 conference. That's how I picture it, right? 2 conference rooms. One room, all these players are staying. Another room, hey man, y'all got to jump in that portal. We
Hmm.
going. This is how we looked at it. We weighed all the options. Y'all don't have a spot here next year. So, and like you said, he'll try to help him land somewhere. You saw Avante already got an offer from Colorado, so it's gonna be different, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
it's gonna be
different.
a bunch. It's gonna be a bunch of different, and I can't see a scenario where any person that's not a Mario person, except for Cam, shit, James,
Mm.
maybe not.
LT.
You know what I mean? But James, LT, um, Rivers,
Mm-hmm.
um, Zion,
Yep. John Campbell.
obviously the quarterbacks,
Yeah.
Campbell. You know what I mean? That's really Flag. I don't think they're gonna ask Flag to go, but I personally think it'll be in his best interest to go.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
think he'd be a
mean?
baller at
But
like USF.
yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't think they're gonna ask him to go. Um, but that's it, man. TC, you still got TC. I mean, what
Yeah. Yeah.
TC gonna do?
Now,
To
hey,
close.
Doesn't this make it? I think Takori should go in that portal. I think he
Mhm.
needs more playing time, and these coaches clearly don't favor him to start opposite
He
Tyreek.
played
You
a
know what I
lot
mean?
though. He played in that slot.
Yeah, but
He played in that slot.
I think look, man, we got rumors of Drake May possibly jumping in that portal.
But that ain't happening. I think that was
That's
bogus.
it.
That ain't happening.
That's he's gonna get that Michael Jordan money. He ain't going nowhere. Michael
Yeah,
Jordan will be like, hey man, go ahead and take this 20 million NIL deal. You're
yeah,
gonna
he ain't go.
you can't go nowhere.
You're right.
But I
You're
think
right.
and we talk about it, right? Like there's just because you jump in the portal doesn't mean you're actually leaving. When you jump in the portal, you're free
Facts.
to negotiate with the school that you already have a scholarship with to come back.
Facts.
You know,
Yep.
like Daryl Jackson hurt. That was
Mhm.
size
Yeah.
wise, sophomore
Yeah.
going into his junior year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Younger, balanced well with LT. Depth
Yep.
wise, I thought he would have been a hell of a starter next year.
Yep.
But then you find out, okay, it's because his mom's sick. I mean, so
Mhm.
prayers up to Miss Jackson. I mean, so
Yep.
I get that, but man, that one hurt. That's the only one that's
Hurt.
that was surprising, but that wasn't even on our radar, Jay. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
we didn't even mention nobody on that D line.
Nah. Nope. Nope. For me, but Melo hurt too. For me, you know what I mean. I figured it might have happened, but that hurt too because I feel like this was the time right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Coming into this year, everybody, you clearing out people. I think he could have been one of them ones, but you know,
I wonder how that conversation went with Melo, right? Melo's a young man, freshman, right? Redshirt freshman or
mm,
true freshman, and Melo. I wonder how that conversation went with with the position coaches and and Mario. Was it, look, man, it's a clean slate. You come in here next year and work, and we'll see where you land, or you're not on my plans. You got to go. You know what I mean? Like I want, because one of them hurts, right? But the other one's like, am I willing? Like, because
that's
if one of them is, hey man, clean slate for you, come in next year, and you leave, that's different. Then we see it different, right? Wasn't Melo who we were talking about that came out and had to like talk off the rumors that he's negatively recruiting?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm saying, like, look, man, like, and now you leaving. Perspective
It looks like that was true. Now,
perspective is reality sometimes, man. Like it's cold
yeah,
out here.
I
And he
can't
came out
believe.
and
Yeah,
addressed it. He came out and
yeah.
addressed it. I told him that was his biggest mistake. If he never says anything about it, if he
A
just
hit
lets that
dog a
ride,
holler, right? A hit
a
dog
hit
a
dog,
holler. That's what it
hit,
is.
hit dog will holler, man. And I don't listen.
Yeah,
That's bad business on the how it looks for him. And then none of it might be real. We might be talking out our ass right now. Keep it a
yeah,
buck. But
yeah.
how it looks, like all of one day it went from whispers to the rumble started to the snowball effect of, yo man, this dude's negatively recruiting. There was no name of who it was in any of those tweets. I remember that day.
Right.
And
It
and
wasn't.
then he
No.
and then he came out and said it. I was like, bro, what you doing? Like, even like, why would you address that? Like,
Yeah,
it didn't make no. And now a week later or 2 weeks later, you in the portal.
yeah,
One plus one is two on that one, bro. And it's messed up.
yeah,
And it's messed up.
yeah, yeah. For now, I don't see. I'm really not surprised by anybody. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even if Cam hopped in, I'm not surprised by nobody anymore.
Yeah,
Like I'm not. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not a Mario guy,
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Cam, and I'll tell you right now, Cam should hop in the portal to renegotiate his NIL contract. The man is an
Mm-hmm.
All American. You know he's
Mm-hmm.
underpaid. He put
Yeah.
out a hell of a promo at the end of the season. Cam should
Mm-hmm.
jump in the portal just to come right back the next day with
Mm,
like $1 million
mm,
and change his
mm.
family's life. That's
Yeah.
right. Like that's what people are forgetting. Everybody getting all hopped up, like, oh, I can't believe he's leaving. Hey, bro, they might be leaving just for an NIL deal, like
Yeah.
to come right back. Like if you performed on, if you out, what I love about this shit is if you outperform your contract and you know you're worth to this team like Cam, only All American on the team, you renegotiate your NIL deal and get more money because you could go to the league in next year or the year
Next year.
after. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
next
saying?
year.
But
Yeah.
you already got a bag. It's a lot more safety, and you don't have to worry to kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's life changing money. $1 million is life changing, man.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right,
Yeah. So we got a lot of holes. We got a lot of holes to fill, man.
too many
All of a sudden, our D tackle depth is
gone.
Jordan Miller left too.
Yep. Yeah. Let's go through it, man. Let's. All right. So we had Thad Franklin, Jalen Allen for the running backs, Romello Brinson, Keyshawn Smith wide receivers, Elijah Roberts, Darrell Jackson, Alan Hay, Jordan Miller,
Whew.
basically
Whew.
our entire defensive line.
Yeah.
Isaiah Dunson, only cornerback, star or outside linebacker, however you want to put him. Gilbert Frierson, probably a safety, maybe, depending on where he bounces to.
Yeah.
Al Blades, Jalen Harrell, Keyshawn Washington, Avante Williams. That as of right
I feel
now,
like I feel like maybe not. Okay.
as of
Yeah.
9:13 p.m. on Tuesday, December 6th, that's how many players have left the
Yeah,
University of Miami to the
we got a
portal.
lot. We got a lot. The linebacker position is taken care of.
Yeah.
LB position taken care of. D line. Woo. We got a lot, man.
Is Horton going to come in and start year one? Like, what we doing here?
We got a lot, brother. You know what I mean? Ooh. There's a couple of cats in the portal though. You know, so we could, you know, the Texas A&M kid. There's a couple cats in the portal.
You know,
Yeah.
you know who I'm surprised isn't already in the portal, and I had a back and forth with I think it's a Jono Flow on Twitter. I'm
Yeah.
surprised Shamar isn't already in the portal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going in the portal because his people, like his handler or his manager or whatever, was like, yo man, he trolled Miami a little bit too hard, and now his
Mm-hmm.
manager's like, yo man, you can't go right back. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think he wanted to come to Miami, but the bag was
Yeah.
bigger at Texas A&M, which it should be.
Yeah.
Shamar
Yeah.
short of baller. But
Yeah.
his people was like, nah, man, you can't come right back there now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Texas A&M is the only Division One program that's worse than ours, like how it looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how you got the number one
With
recruit,
the talent they had, their talent is ridiculous. Like,
5 star on top? Their talent is what Miami's talent wants to be, and we think
yeah,
it is sometimes. But they actually, you know what I'm saying? But that has completely failed.
yeah,
Jimbo has this, bro. You got the number one ranked class all time, and they're all in the portal.
yeah, yeah, yeah. How you feel about the kid that Dallas, is that his name? From Texas A&M. I think he's a corner.
Um,
Something
listen,
Dallas.
I will tell you like this: I am not one of those people that wants every player like most University of Miami fans. But if you
Right.
played in the SEC, I think you're in at the front of the line to be talked to because the competition you faced. But it can't be every kid, and you gotta have an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
Yeah.
invite them out, maybe have dinner with them, see them on the campus. But I don't know. You can't get every
That's
Texas
the
A&M.
kid. That's the kid who I think he got in trouble for riding through the garage or something. He was
Oh
speeding
yeah,
through the
speed.
garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. Can't have.
No,
Listen, man.
we don't hold up. We don't get young, like I'm young
Young and
points,
dumb.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Young
yeah,
and
yeah.
dumb. I made a mistake points. Like
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But
once
for
we can't get the one mess up.
for the, I think we've had. I think Mario's gonna have a zero tolerance policy
Yep.
and set a mindset that he didn't set this year because he gave up on the team just like the team gave up on him.
Yep.
And I don't think he wants somebody that is going to be reckless and making, you know, what I mean, making the image of what he wants Miami to be. Being right,
Denver
wrong, on.
Harris. Why did I get Dallas? Denver Harris. That's his name.
I mean, it's close. It's good. It's a city. It's a city.
Yeah, he nice. Denver
I
Harris
mean,
is
he's
nice.
good. Hey, them kids are monsters. But
Yeah.
I don't
I feel
know.
like I feel like we may need some gangster. I feel like we may need some thug life on the team,
You
man.
know what?
You know what I mean?
You
We
are
want
also
every
not wrong.
now.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean everybody, but you know how I feel. I feel like it's the coaches it's the coach's job to rein them in, man.
Yeah,
You bug life on the field, but off the field, you got to handle this business. You got to act a certain way.
yeah, yeah. You got to have that thug life mentality
Yeah.
without those thug life actions. You know what I
Tendencies,
mean?
right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. I'm with you on that one, man. Yeah, I mean, we do need some badass motherfuckers, right? We need some people like, yo, man, you ain't messing with us. Like
Facts.
and it's tough, right? Because I never played at that level, and there was a lack of toughness on this squad, mentally and physically, that never turned, right? Just never was like, oh no, not today.
Yeah.
And maybe we do need those guys. And look, like
Yeah.
I said, we have a conversation with him, see if his mentality, interview him about that mess up, and see where his head is at now. And I mean, bro,
Coming in, do you see anybody that you think could be that? Like just from mannerisms, maybe the way they play. Maybe you seen an interview or something or somebody talking that you think, yo, this kid about to be that.
are we talking transfer portal or recruits
Right,
coming in?
I'm talking high school.
Uh, bro, honestly, man, Horton.
Horton,
Bro, have you seen his highlight tape? Like,
I
have
have,
you?
yes,
It is terrifying. Like
yeah,
he's.
to
I
move
guess the
the
whole
way
thing
he
was like
moves.
he's a tweener, but bro is fast. He said, I watched his interview with Rivals. He said Mario told me Coach Cristobal told me he need bodies. He's got my body out there. Some shit like I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Like
Eddie.
it wasn't like look at the statement of that, right? It wasn't like, hey man, you're gonna come in and start. Mario
Mm-hmm.
goes, hey man, we need bodies. Doesn't Mario didn't go, hey man, you're gonna come in and be our one. No, it was like, hey man, we need you. We need more of you. And he
Mm-hmm.
goes, all right, Marcellus, Pulliam, same thing. Hey man, we need more of you. At no point in the conversations that they've said that they had with him was it like, oh, I'm coming in to start.
Mm-hmm.
Like that already sets the mentality of like, oh, we're coming in to work to start.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, so I think Francis, I think Jaden Wayne, with him still being salty about all of a sudden his ranking is dropped
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then Amon Richards chirping in with, hey man, they said I was number 27. Amon Richards, for me, the best wide receiver I've seen in Miami in the last 10, 15 years. You know what I mean?
Problem, yeah.
Like he ran so fast it looked like nobody else was running. You know what I mean? Like he just had like this speed to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the entire freshman class coming in for 23 is gonna set a mindset. And I think because the thing with Miami and everything, not just us talking, podcast, other Kings podcasts and all that, the statements the coach has made, because the other coaches don't really talk right now, and Cam has said, and people and the players have said, they know it's too public. You know what I'm saying? Like what they've said, like yo man, now you coming in here, coming in to work. We'll call the
Mm-hmm.
Uber for you, like Frankie Tenenbaum says. Yo man, well, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not messing around. So I think this entire class feels different. I'm not getting hyped up about it. You know what I'm saying? But like
Facts. Yeah,
I think they at least seem to have the mentality of wanting to work.
yeah. That's
Where I
that's
don't
the
know.
thing. Yeah, because that talk is talk, but it
Mhm.
it can go either way once you start doing the work and once you get on the field and once you put them pads on, man. I done seen the most gangster cats turn real soft once them pads went on, man. You know what I
You know what
mean?
worries me with that is I think that, and I hope I'm wrong, man. I think the cats that are going to fold are going to be upperclassmen.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Because like we talked about it, what in the episodes we've done, you don't need the right coach to make you gain a yard.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like no, not us talking shit, not us tweeting about it, nothing. If you can't get a yard at the University of Miami, a Power Five conference team, former national champion, all that, you know the accolades. If you can't get a yard against clearly worse opposition, and you can't score a touchdown against Louisiana Tech 4 years ago, and you lose to FIU, and none of those things make you turn around and look at yourself and be like, yo, man, this shit got to tighten up with us. And it's always the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That the whole thing got to get scrapped. The whole shit got to be burnt down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. This portal shit got it's like I feel like right now while we done a podcast, like 6 more people jumped in the portal that we don't even know
It's
about yet.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's what, over 2,000 kids, man.
Yeah, and yesterday it was like I think 1,000 jumped in like the last 18 to 24 hours.
Yeah, and Texas A&M got the most portal entries
Yeah,
yesterday and today. They
again,
got 16.
how is Shamar not in there? Now,
Yeah,
would you take Shamar
absolutely.
in a heartbeat? In a heartbeat,
Absolutely.
again.
Like
I didn't.
people talking about the flow
Yeah,
kid, Justin Flow from Oregon. They
yeah.
wouldn't take what? Why?
Who
Are you serious?
who are we? Like, hey, we were 5-7. Like, what you talking about, son?
Are you
Oh no, we too
serious?
good for just the flow,
Right.
motherfucker. When?
What?
When?
And he getting coached by Charlie Strong? Like, what?
Man, I
Like,
don't
come on.
even. That don't even
Yeah.
make sense, man. Oh,
He had
oh
a
no, we're
couple.
not gonna take a 5-star. We're gonna
Yeah,
pass on a 5-star. No,
yeah,
no, we're not.
man. Nah, son.
Got the
Nah.
kid from got the lineman from Alabama. The whole
Yeah,
Alabama offensive line in the portal.
facts. Yeah, you take all of them, as
All of them.
many of them as you can get, son. You take all of
Bring
them.
you, your friend, bring
Yeah,
him too. Like bring all
all
of
that.
them. That
Now the
size,
kid,
man.
that's what I was talking about. The kid from Oregon, the lineman from Oregon.
The undersized kid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I don't know if that's a culture depth piece. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, we need him to. He's a locker room guy. But he's gonna bump inside because according to the website, he's like 6'3", 305 or something like that.
Okay, that's like
So
center size.
yeah,
Yeah.
center guard, he'll bump inside.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, but the Bama O lineman, yeah, let's get it.
All of them. All of them. All just one word. All of them. Just come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
let's
That's
get it.
man.
Yeah, that kid, the receiver, the Dante Cephas,
Yeah.
he's a problem. He's a
Yeah, man.
problem.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Got that
he's a
Armstrong. Got that Armstrong kid that that Alonzo offered last week.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, man. This
Seven
poor.
McGee from Oregon.
Yeah.
The kid, yeah, Seven McGee and his man, the other
Yeah.
receiver.
I
Yeah.
want. I think. I. I mean, it's hard not to get hyped up because like you don't know what these players are gonna be when they come here. But like the, I don't know if it's like the new car smell on a used car type of vibe to it. You know what I mean? But like something, if 5, 6 of these kids hit, it's already a better team,
But
right?
it's
Like
hard for me. Like, how we talked about this last time. So we were just talking about
yeah,
reasons why kids may be leaving, right?
right.
You've been asked to leave. You don't want to work.
Mhm.
Um,
NIL.
NIL, whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
The kids that are in the portal from other
Right.
places have the same issues, man. Like,
Yeah.
is it a new, I'm going to a new location, so I'm newly motivated. I needed a change of scenery, so you know I'm a dog. My old team didn't know it. Going to
Right.
Miami, and I'm gonna show that I'm a dog. Like what is it? Because everybody's in the portal for the same reasons. You know what I
One of
mean?
those.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
what is it?
I think that's up to the coaches and the background checks to figure out why certain players are in the portal. If it's a mentality, if it's a work habit, if it's NIL related, all those things have to be filtered out. Like this is a different level of recruiting, right? Because then, like you now have to recruit high school kids, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
when the portal opens, you have to re-recruit your own team
Mm-hmm.
and other players from other teams. So just the thought of that sounds exhausting. So I don't with the amount of players that are in the portal, I think the vast majority, right, to me, is NIL related, right? Like but the NIL issue is a double-edged sword because if you look at it, they think they're worth this much because they see what other players are getting, right? Counting other people's chips because they hear Jaden Rashad is getting this. They hear the quarterback that's going to Tennessee is getting this many millions. So these kids at this level, at that level, right? Like Division One, the Alabamas, the Texas A&Ms, have been told all their lives they're worth this. They're, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you're gonna be a superstar, and that mentality sinks in. These are young men. Like their minds have heard that most of their lives. So when
Mm-hmm.
they see that and they count other people's chips, they're like, all right, like I'm gonna jump in the portal and get that bag too. And then for a lot of these kids, it's gonna be a rude awakening because there might not be a spot for them, and then they're just on their ass with no school, no scholarship, no education. That's the part. Like all that other shit is for coaches to parse out and figure out. But the fact that these kids busted their ass since they were children, right? Since playing Pee Wee, didn't know how to line up to making it to a Division 1 Power Five Group of Five conference, and if they jump in that portal because they listen to the wrong person, their punishment is your education is over.
Mm-hmm.
That's trash to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they should be able to jump back to their original school and get like a non-athletic scholarship to at least get a degree, like an AA or an AS to get them on the right path. But
Mm-hmm.
again, like that's up to the coaches, which we know coaches only care about football. They ain't got space for nothing else. You know what I mean? That's up to
Yeah.
the universities.
Yeah.
Universities don't like giving away free money, so that's another issue. Man. But with
Yeah.
everything you said, like figuring out why they're leaving, is it a mentality, is it a spot, all these things. I mean, how if it's like a junior and you sat behind other players your whole time, and even a freshman passes you up and you jump in the portal, you're probably not going to get picked up. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, what is it like? What's a reason that you can tell me as a coach, as a player, if I'm a coach, what's a
Hmm.
reason you can tell me that you jumped in the portal where I'm accepting it, where it's acceptable? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Is it like you just said, yo, I'm a junior now. I sat behind such and such. They graduated and a freshman played before
Hmm.
me or a sophomore played before me. Or um I need a change of scenery. I'm
Yeah.
not feeling it here. You know, the most common thing I think is like the small school kid, the KJ
Yeah.
Osborne
Yeah.
coming from Buffalo and they need a bigger platform.
Yeah. The
You know what
Dante
I mean?
Cephas kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jared the verse kid from Florida
Yeah.
State. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So okay, that's a I've produced where I'm at.
Yeah.
I've gotten busy. Now I'm coming to Miami to get back. That's cool with me.
Yeah. There's no
But
questions there. Yeah.
yeah, no question, right? But if I'm,
Adjusted
you
flow.
know, a Justin Flow or what can you what can you tell me? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what can you
I
tell
think
me, bro?
I think we get linked to Justin Flo not because of the recruiting video, but because Mario recruited him. Mario beat us for him,
And he
right?
loved my
So he knows Mario. Mario knows him, and I think that's why we get linked to him. But like if there was none of that history, Justin Flo wouldn't even be a conversation. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the kids we're gonna get are gonna be kids that have a previous relationship with Mario and a knowledge of what he wants to do and to push his vision forward. That's
Yep.
like all these kids that like don't know him. Like I don't know how well he knows the Alabama offensive line or Dante Cephas or any of these kids. Like I don't know the relationship. I don't know. I'd never heard of Kobe Young before he pulled him from the JUCO league.
Right.
So this is so I don't know how, bro. I don't even know how you know that many people to know that many people.
Yeah.
You
It's
know what I'm saying?
I, this the one thing I can say is this world, although huge, is small. It's a tight
Right.
knit coaching community. You know what I mean? It's a tight knit community, man. They all talk
Yeah.
and they all have seen each other, ran into each other at one point, some point
Yeah.
in life. You know what I mean? So, um,
Who are you thinking? Who are your hopes so far that are in the portal? That you know what I mean? Because it's incredibly difficult to keep track of all these names, right? Like
Facts.
you said, 2,000 kids. It's not. We're not doing that. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not Gabriel Urrutia, bro. Like
Yeah.
salute to him. I don't. I ain't got it in me.
No.
I just don't. So who are you thinking? What are maybe I should say it like this. What positions do you think we have to go after, should go after, and want to go after?
Well, the lines of scrimmage, right? The O
Yeah, for
line and
sure.
the D line.
Trenches. Yeah.
You got to shore up them trenches, man.
Hmm.
And that's a good combination of high school and portal. Because
Hmm.
if you bring in two Alabama O linemen
Hmm.
and the is it Kent State or whatever Kent
Hmm.
State, I believe, O lineman, and then you got Francis, Frankie,
Samson.
Samson, hopefully, um, Kinsler.
Yep.
Um, that's a good haul. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's four, and then you got another three coming in, and then you still got vets.
Yep.
You still got Rivers, you still got Zion, you still got Campbell,
Hmm.
Jakai Clark if he's still
Honest
there.
Cooper.
Inez Cooper. So
Yep.
that's a good strong 11,
Yeah.
12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
D line,
Who's that?
we've lost a lot.
There's that McCoy kid, Mike McCoy, Mark McCoy.
Nah,
That's
yeah, Matthew
Matthew
McCoy.
McCoy. Another
Yeah,
big body. So
yeah,
he's,
man.
you know what I mean, like redshirted this year. We didn't even see him on the field.
You still got Dennis. You still
Yeah.
got Tow Truck there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Um, Connor Lou coming through. You still got Connor
number one
Lou.
center, it's just the number one center in the country. Just
Yeah, say yo, that's a good 12, 15. And then
easy.
you bringing in the depth pieces like the Oregon kid, and
Yeah.
you know, that's
Yeah,
man.
because you have to get some upperclassmen to give these younger bodies time to build up and get their bodies right for the semi
Facts.
pro league that now is college football.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
that's
the
hard.
trenches for sure. So
Trenches, D line, we lost a lot.
yeah,
So now we have to. Oof, we gotta go. We gotta go in. You
heavy.
know
You
what
gotta
I
go.
mean? Yeah,
Harold
because high
Jackson hurt,
school,
bro.
high school, I don't think we have the kid who just committed, right? Horton,
Horton. That's it, right? In the end
D
line.
tackle.
But
That's it, right?
yeah, that's it for D tackle, bro. Yeah,
Oh,
it's thin. It's thin.
yeah. Horton
Yeah,
and LT coming back,
yeah.
and we have to have some guys who are there already, right?
We have to, but besides Jordan
What's
Hale,
the
Darrell
quarter?
Jackson, besides
Nah,
that,
nah. The kid, they was loving him, man. He was getting rave reviews, man. He's a young boy
Naj
from.
Najee.
Nah. He
Oh,
plays D tackle.
oh,
Um, tell me who
young.
you want, and I'm gonna find him because I need to find him.
Oh, for D tackle, you talking in the portal?
Yeah, what position group?
Oh, wide receiver. Uh, I think we need shit 2 to 3. Um, just to balance because we lost two, so make up those two in the portal. Older, I mean like a Dante Cephas, older players, because we got a bunch of young wide receivers coming in. You know what I mean, and coming up the following year. So wide receiver, D tackle, offensive line. We already talked about it. Pretty solid there, quote unquote. We'll see what the development is like because
Yeah,
the names and the performance is one thing in high school and other places, but once they come here, we didn't see any kind of improvement for whatever reason throughout the year. It actually got worse. So D tackle, probably 1 or 2 in the portal for offensive line, linebackers, solid young players coming in, but I think we need 2 to 3 linebackers in the portal. Probably get 2. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I think Corey Flag needs to jump in that portal, have a better career for himself, finish stronger with like 150 tackles at a USF, UCF. You know what I mean? Like a school like that. I think he's a solid player. I think he's just undersized for what Mario wants at that position. I mean, you see what he's picking up, right? Like 6 foot and above. Corey
yeah,
Flag on his best day is 6 foot.
he can mess around and go to Houston or SMU closer to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
SMU. Yeah.
And it's not that I want him gone. I just think for what Mario's trying to recruit and how he wants his team to look, Corey Flag doesn't fit that mold.
Yeah.
So linebackers, I think we need probably one or two safeties. You know what I mean? But we're getting that with the young boys. Probably one safety in the portal just for depth. But look, man, we're a 5-7 team, so if any
Whoever.
player,
Yeah.
yeah, whoever can help you win, man, whoever can help you win, and whoever
So
Mario can pick up, because I mean, he hit last year on Akeem Mesidor and Daryl Jackson and Kobe Young. Sometimes he took in 12 transfers. It's not
yeah.
that good of a percentage.
Yeah. Lichtenstein is still there. He coming back.
I was kind of hoping, but
Yeah, he coming back, baby. 7th year. He's like a
yeah,
7th year.
this dude is
And
a professional
Ahmad
student.
Moten. Ahmad
Yes,
Moten.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. There, that's the young boy. That's
So
the young boy that we
apparently
missed.
he's ready. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
that's a
yeah.
big boy. That's a big boy too,
Oh yeah. Yeah. He ready.
man.
So yeah. I don't know, man. I'm a little worried. I'm not, like I said, I'm never worried about recruiting. I'm not worried about high school recruiting,
Yeah,
but the portal
changes everything.
kids kind of concern me
Mm-hmm.
because I think the kids like Dante Cephas,
Mm-hmm.
and receivers, I feel like are kind of difficult because for me, a receiver, I was a receiver in college. I need to see where I'm going. I need to see what type of offense
Yep,
I'm going into.
yep.
And if we keep it in the buck, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I
Why?
only have 1 or 2 more years left.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So how is this going to maximize my talent and my chance at going to the NFL?
Now,
You know?
can I'm gonna push back on you a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Because we had a 1,500-yard receiver last year, and right, like 1,500 yards, Charleston Rambo.
Yeah, that's totally different. That's a
But
different offense,
I know, but didn't get drafted, which is,
right?
you know what I'm saying. So like, I don't know, and I'm not defending this offense in any way. Like,
Mhm.
let's get that clear.
Mhm.
So like, I don't understand how he didn't get drafted with that kind of production, right? Homie is in the XFL now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, nobody he didn't even get picked up on waivers. So that performance doesn't get you in.
Mhm.
So I don't know. The NFL looks at things differently. We had one guy get drafted last year in John Ford.
But I'm gonna keep it about as a receiver. Like
Yeah.
Charleston Rambo wasn't an electric. Like
No,
he
he was Frank Ladson.
yeah, he was decent. He
Mhm.
physically they need physically gifted receivers, right? So you
Yeah.
have to do something. If he would have went out and ran a 4.3, he would have got drafted. He'd
Yeah.
have definitely got drafted. You know what I
When
mean?
you get run like a
He
four
ran
six,
what did he run? 4.6? Yeah,
four
that's
six, four
not
seven. Yeah.
yeah, and you're not 6'5" running that. You know what I mean?
No.
5'11", 6 foot running that. Six
Yeah.
6'1". So yeah, man, it's but somebody like Cephas who can run, you know what I mean, or the kid from Oregon, the big man, he's six
Oh yeah.
three and a 4.4. Somebody like that, I
Yeah.
think could be, but it's difficult, man. It's difficult. It's really difficult. And I said this before on Twitter for a 16, 17-year-old to see a vision that we're supposed to see.
Yeah.
The fans want us to be patient, right? Be patient,
Hmm.
man. We have a plan. We're gonna be dope in 2024. So if I'm
Yeah.
17, 16, I'm supposed to, wait to see. We know what we see. As a kid, you're
Yeah.
you have tunnel vision. You know what I mean? I see 5 and 7. I see an
Yeah.
offense that, you know what I mean? That's what I
Couldn't
see.
get a yard.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to sell that. He's doing a good job selling that
I
right
don't know,
now.
man. I
But
don't. No,
You
you right.
know,
Like,
you frozen. Can you hear me? You hear me?
yeah, man. I don't know. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know how Portal kids look at this and be like, all right, I'm gonna jump on this. I'm gonna jump on
Mm-hmm.
this squad. Like, it has to be Mario has to be saying like, hey, look, man, we're trying to get things lined up for him to go to Iowa. You know what I mean? Have a conversation there, and then this is the like Mario. Like the thing that we're missing is this is Mario wants to run this style of offense. That's what
Sure.
Mario wants to do. This is his style.
Mm-hmm.
But the teacher that he had trying to teach his style didn't mesh well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have a problem with this style of offense, right? Like if the
Right.
kids are putting in the effort, putting in the work, and growing, then I'm cool with it. But I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's tough to have the hope and think things are gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like we just yeah, like but then I go back and forth with this shit, right? Like we also have to remember that Mario is and with Dan Radakovich and Alonzo Heisman overseeing all of this new buildings, new facilities being put in, all this stuff is
Yeah.
being built in to make us an actual program that we don't
Yes,
have
sir.
right now. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So like all that is factoring in. So there's a lot going on. It just feels like maybe we need more assistants, more directors to like take that burden off of Mario so he can just focus on the team. So we'll see, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm not.
So,
I'm not. I have no worries about anything off the field. I
yeah,
really have no worries about anything off the field. You know
yeah,
what I mean? My concern is on the field. I don't care about off the.
yeah,
I mean, I do care about off the field, of course, but I'm not worried.
yeah,
Like you said, Mario, Alonzo, Radakovich is the holy trinity right there. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
That,
that's a hell of a three. You know what I mean?
I brought it up and I said Zoe, and like, when you said it back, it hit me. It was like we got to remember that Zoe is also doing this shit, right? Like Mario's not alone in that room when they're looking at tape, like, all right, this guy's it, this guy's not, this guy's it, this guy's not, this guy's it, this guy. Mario isn't solely making these decisions. Mario
Yeah.
and Zoe know each
Zopo
other,
now
have had,
office. Yeah.
yeah. So this
Yep.
is not just one person, man. Like I think because we've as fans and as fans of the Miami Hurricanes, like we've never experienced this, right? Like we've never had to see, like we've seen failure, we've seen losses, we've seen terrible losses, but we've never had to see like a rebuild with like actual professionals at the helm. So
Mm-hmm.
we're questioning it because we're so unsure of what it's supposed to look like because we've never seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had an AD like
Yeah.
Dan Rutakovich. Never. Like just never have. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So like to have that in place with Alonzo, a position that doesn't exist at most other programs, and with Mario Cristobal, like this is a trifecta that hopefully succeeds, but all we can do is wait and hope for next year to have better development.
Yeah, man. That's it, brother.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it, brother. The portal. We in here. We in here. Signing day is in a couple weeks. Early signing day. Couple weeks.